Hello guys, a warm welcome to, I welcome you guys to this channel. This is Brighto Graphics. In this channel I'll be telling you all you need to know about Coreldraw, how to design graphics, and I will teach you a lot more. Okay, let's just start what we have today. Today I'll be telling you the basic things you have to know about Coreldraw as a beginner. And then most of you have Coreldraw in your systems, but you don't know what it is used for. Most of you have been using it, but you can't make a simple design with it. Don't worry, this channel is just for you. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification button to get notified whenever we upload a new video like this. Let's just start what we have for today. Once you open your Coreldraw, you're going to see this welcome screen. The welcome screen, you're going to see your recent work. This is from Core 2019. If you have a lower version, I don't think that this feature is there. You're going to see your recent work. Once you have seen your recent work, you see your get started, workspace, new document. But I just want to show you something now. If you click on here, if you want to customize your Corel, many people have been seeing graphic designing, but they design in a dark background. Just click on customization. If you want to change the theme of your color, click on customization. You will see that your corridor is in light theme already. You can just click on black to change it to dark theme. If you prefer it that way, you can use it, but to me, I don't like using it as a dark theme, so I'm going to press on cancel. But if you like it, you can go ahead and click on OK and do it the way you want. Okay, we click on cancel. For us to get started, you just have to create a new document, which is the project that we want. You click on your create new document. Under create new document, you will see name, preset, number of pages, primary color. The name just means the work that you want to do. You can give it any name depending on the project you are going to do. But let me just call this. Let me just let me just call this learn. Mm, Let me just leave it as an untitled. You can just name your own whatever you want. Okay, this custom, I would like you this preset, leave it at custom. Number of pages, put the number of pages that you want. Your color mode, if you are doing for a job that you're going to print, you are going to use CMYK. But for a job that you're not printing, just an social media flyer or any flyer that is not printable, that you don't want to print, use RGB. Yeah. Then the next thing we have is our dimension. We see your page size. This custom means that you're going to be the one that will define the page, the size of the page that you want to work with. We have our width. I will leave it as 5.5, but you can also click on this drop down arrow. You will see your A5, letter A4, and many use. But to me, I want to use a customized one, that is the one that I want to define. I'm using unit as inches. You can go ahead and click on this to use any unit you want. Okay, then we go to orientation. We have landscape and we have portrait and we have landscape. You go to your resolution, 300 dpi, 300 dpi, that means 300 dots per inch. This is just the quality of your image. If you use 300 dpi, it's going to have a more quality than using 74. But when you want to do a work that you're going to print, I will advise you to use 300 dpi. Work that you're going to share on the social media, you can use 72. You can use 72 dpi. You can use 72 dpi. Works work that you're going now that you're not printing, you're going to use 72 dpi. Then you go to your color settings. Under these color settings, I would like you to leave it at default in your color settings. Then I think we are done with this. Then you click on OK. When you click on OK, your dialog box is just going to appear. Once it appear, you will see your workspace. This workspace, you will see the name of the version of the Coreldraw you are using. You will see the name of the Coreldraw version that you are using. You will see the, sorry guys for repeating myself, the version and the name of the file you are using. You will see your menu bar, you see your property bar, your tools, the tools that are going to be working in Coreldraw. You will see your colors and you see your workspace. Okay, let's just go into defining those things in the menu bar. Okay, we now have file, we have new. New means you are creating a new document, new from templates. open, you want to open your previous work, open recent, yeah, the recent work that you have done, you want to open them. Document management, open and save, close, close all, save as template, acquire image, import. This import means that you want to import an image from your file manager to this Coreldraw. Just click on this import image and you will import it into your Coreldraw. But there is a short form of doing this which I will show you when we start making our when we start designing our flyers and doing a lot of things. Okay, the next thing that we have there is export for, send to, merge, print merge, document, exist, and many more. That's just five. The words are not new to you if you have been using if you have been using Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. I believe these words just won't be new. And even as the sound, as the name is itself, you're going to know their meaning. The next thing we have there is edit. Under this edit, we have copy properties. When you have an element that you want to copy the properties, you can click on copy properties. You can paste special, delete, duplicate, clone, select all, find and replace, step and repeat. That's just what we have on this edit. The next thing there is your view. When you click on the view, this view is all about how your Coreldraw appears. When you click on view, you're going to see your wireframe, normal, enhanced, pesos, full screen preview. If you want to have your screen, if you want to see the full screen of your workspace, you can just go ahead and press F9 on your keyboard. Page shorter view. If you want to view your page in a short, you can click on this page short view, zoom in, zoom out, proof colors, stimulate, and lots of them that you can check out yourselves. The thing about this application is that when you use it frequently, you are going to be learning a lot of it. Don't just leave it on your system. Go in there, click some things, know how it works, and know what it is used for. Okay, the next thing we have here is our layout. The layout is all about insert pages. If you want to insert another page, if you want to duplicate your page, the work that you are doing, and you want to duplicate them, if you want to rename your page, if you want to insert your page number from 1, 2, 3 and more, if you want to insert page number settings, switch page orientation, document option, page size, page layout, and page background. A lot of it concerning your page, you are going to see it on the layout, which is on the menu tab. The next thing is the object. In this object, you are going to create an object, insert an object, power clip. This word, we have used it more in graphic design, but you are going to know what it's all about when we start designing graphics and when we start doing more on Coreldraw. Symmetry, symbol, rule over, copy effect, clone effect, align and distribute, fit object to part, order, group, and ungroup. I will show you that when we start working. Hide, lock, shaping, join curve, properties, and objects. The next is effect. Effect, the name alone have tell you what it is all about. If you click on effect, we have 3D effect, adjust effect, add stroke, blur, camera, color transform, contour, correction, creative, custom, distort, noise, sharp, and many effects that you can add. Don't worry about this effect. When we start designing graphics, you're going to know how they are used. Okay, the next we have here is bitmaps. Bitmaps, you can convert an object to bitmap. You can straighten an image, edit bitmap. I will do this when we start designing. Reassemble mode, inflat bitmap, and many more. The next we have here is the text. This text is all about when you start using text tool. When you have a text and you want to manipulate them, you want to add tabs, you want to add column, bullets, drop cap, text statistics, insert formatting code, show non-printing character, paragraph text frame, align to baseline, use hypertension, writing to text and graph, and a lot of them that you can do under this text. The next thing we have there is table. On this table you are going to see where they write create table. If you want to create table, you click the number of row you want, number of column you want, your height and your width, then you press on OK, and the table is going to be created for you. You can adjust this table this way. You can type in whatever you want to do with your table, but there is a short method of doing this, which is on this tools itself. The next thing we have is the tools. The tools is just about when we started this, the things that I show you, which if you click on that option, you will see your customization. If you want to customize it, which is what we have done before, but I'm going to click on cancel because I have shown you how this works previously. This help and purchase works when you have data. When you are online, that is when these things is going to work. Okay, the next things we have here is just all this icon, which means the same. All these icons are drawn from this menu bar. Like if you click on this is just create new. If you want to create a new document, start a new document. This is open an existing document that you have. This is save the active document, the document that you have that you want to save it. Choose a printing option and print the active document. Copy, move one from another move one object to another. If you want to cut, if you want to copy, if you want to paste, redo, undo, import a file into the active document, export. Which export means that when you are done with your work and you want to export it either in any file format as a png, jpeg, pdf and many more. If you want to export your work, this is where you're going to do it. If you want to export your work as a pdf, you just have to publish as pdf, then your work will be export as a pdf. This is your zoom level. You can zoom by pressing control plus and control minus to zoom out, control plus, control minus to zoom out. That's what the zoom level is all about, to tell you the level that you are. This is your preview, full screen preview, which is F9, which you have seen in the view, which we see on the, yeah, that is on the view page. If you can see, F9 is still the same thing here. This is, sorry guys, this is for you if you want to show rulers. If you want rulers to show on your screen, then you can use it, but I don't want it. All these things I don't use it frequently when designing. You have to show grid, many of them, but these things I don't think that I have used anyone when I have been designing. But it is good to know it. It is good to know it as you are just new into this field. It is good for you to know the interface of this application. The next thing we have here is the, sorry, let me zoom out. The next thing we have here is our property bar. The properties bar is just when you select a tool here, then the property appeared. When you select a tool, the properties appear. As you can see, I don't know if you would notice what is happening. When you select circle, the properties of the circle appear. When you select the polygon tool, the properties of the polygon tool appear. What we have here is our color palette. You can choose as many color as you want. If you click here, you're going to see many of it. This is just all about colors. You're going to see the color name. This is dark green, many things, the names of mangata purple, and their color codes. It is also here. Okay, you can just click here to put it to its initial form. These things is just the reduces, which is the black, which means the outline. This is just the outline color of this. As you can see, this have an outline. I can also, if you want to remove the outline, just click on here and right click. You remove an outline. Press Ctrl Z to undo the effect. If you want to do it again, just right click here, then you have successfully removed the outline. And as you can see here, it is showing you that your outline is none, meaning that your outline, we don't have any color on the outline. But if you press Ctrl Z, it is showing you a black color. If you just go here too and right click on any color, you are going to give it an outline. The color of the outline is going to show you here, and here is showing you the color that you have worked with. Okay, that's just it. Let's press Ctrl Z to go to the initial state of our elements. That's, we have shown you about the colors. This if you want to have a line or a ruler from your, if you are designing and just want to if you want to make your designs to be in a straight form, you can use these ruler guides. You can also use this vertical one from here. As you can see, this is now in a set, and you can just shift this to know if you just want to make your design to be in a straight form. You can use these rulers. Okay, the next things we have to look into is our tools, but these tools, there are very much of them. We can't treat all of them in this tutorial, but I will show you the basics ones that you'll be using to design, like the fundamentals, the ones that you have to note already before you go into more of them. But in our tutorial, in our subsequent tutorial that we have been doing, we are going to be knowing more of them. Okay, the first tool that we see here is just the pick tool. The pick tool is used to select, position, and transform objects. Okay, we now have, let's call this, let's bring a rectangle object. Let's click back on our pick tool. You can use our pick tool to select and position it. You can transform by clicking on here. You now have these nodes that you can play with. You can transform it anywhere you want. You can transform it to an angle you want. That's just what the pick tool is. Like I said, these tools have some sub tools under them which we won't be using on this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll be showing you how it is done. As you can see, the tools in this pick tool, freehand tool and free transform tool. The next is the shape tool. There are some tools inside them. I promise you guys that I'm going to touch each of these tools in our next tutorials. I just want to show you the basics ones that you'll be using. Okay, our next tool is the shape tool. The shape tool, if you just want to, the shape tool is used to edit curve objects or text character by manipulating the nodes. Okay, for you to be able to use the shape tool, the object must first of all be a curve object, and not all objects are curved, but you can convert any object to curve. Let's convert this to curve. If you want to convert it to curve, there are two ways of doing it. It's either you press Ctrl Q. If you press on your Ctrl Q, it is now a curve. If you press on that pen tool, on that shape tool, we can be able to manipulate these curves around. It is now a curve. Let's press Ctrl Z. Okay, it is no longer a curve now. You can't use it. It is not a curve now. But when you click on your pick tool and you go and click on to curve, if you want to do it, this is the second method of converting it to curve. You click on your convert to curve. It is now a curved object. You can now use your pen tool on it. When you click on your pen tool, you'll be able to manipulate all these nodes, put it the way you want, as you like, do many things you want with it. Okay, the next tool under this pen tool, let's draw another rectangle tools. The next tool under another rectangle object, so the next tool under this is the crop tool. You can just use this to remove the area outside a selection. When you click on this crop tool and you remove this, you want to remove this area under this selection. When you click on crop, it has been cropped. This is just the area that is remaining. The area that you selected is not the area that is going to be cropped. The area that is outside that selection won't be cropped. Just the ones that you selected is just the area. The ones that you selected will remain, while the ones that you didn't selected will go out. That's just the all about the crop tool. Let's bring another rectangle here so that we'll be using it to practice on each tool. Another tool is just the zoom tool. You can just use this zoom tool to zoom in. You can click on the zoom out. You see, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. You click here to zoom out, or you can press on Ctrl plus to zoom in, Ctrl minus to zoom out, Ctrl plus to zoom in, Ctrl minus to zoom out. That's what the zoom tool is all about. Another one is a freehand tool. You can use it to draw curve and straight line segment. If you want to have a straight line, you can just click on here, hold your Ctrl to have a straight line. Now we now have sorry guys, we now have a straight line. If you click on your picture, you can be able to play around with this. Can be able to play, like I said, whenever you use a tool, the property bar will show you the properties of this. You can also change the outline of it to 5. It is going to be bold. You can change this to the end of it, start arrow, no arrowhead, and many of it. Just go ahead and play with these things, guys. Another tool that we're going to look about is called the live sketch tool. I haven't been using. There are some tools here that you'll be working as a graphic designer that you won't even touch. These tools, there are many of them that I haven't touched before. Not that Like there are basic tools that you'll be using in design. Not all these tools are relevant, but you just have to use it. Let's just check what this works. Okay, let's check what how it is. Okay, you can just use it to draw a line just like this. Let's move to our next tool, which is the rectangle tool. You can use the rectangle tool to draw squares and rectangle by dragging in the drawing window. Just drag it in the drawing window. You have your rectangle, you have your square. Click on control for you to get a perfect square. If you hold your control key on the keyboard and drag, you have a perfect square. That's just all about the rectangle tool. The next tool is just the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool is just used to draw circles and ellipse. As you can see, this is an ellipse and this is a circle. For us to get a perfect circle, hold back on your control, then you now have a perfect circle. Yes, we have a perfect circle here. That's just all about the circle tool. As I said before, there are tools under them which we'll be treating on our next video. The next tool is the polygon tool. You can use it to draw a polygon. This gives us a triangle because we are using a tray. Because the number of polygon here is 3, you can increase it to 4, 5, 6 and get the shape that you want. This is the outline. You can set the outline width. If you want a dotted line, if you want the outline width, you can send it to hairline. You can change it to 10. It now have a big width. Can manipulate and do a lot of things. You can also change the outline color to yellow. We have given it a green outline. You can change the outline color to yellow. Okay guys, sorry, there was a mistake there. You click on this, give it a red outline and many more. The next tool there is our text tool. The text tool is just used to type text. You can write FGHH as many as you want. Okay, that's just about the text tool. Okay, sorry guys, there was a mistake. This text tool here, if you click on the text tool, you can be able to type text that you want. When you click on the text, you see the properties of text have appeared. This is the font list, the font that you have. If you click here, you see your fonts, any font. But let's just click on this font. You see the font size. Let's click on 24 as a font size. You can also increase the font size by going back and click on your pick tool. Then you can increase the font size from here. You can give it a color yellow. You can make it to be bold, make it to be italic. You can underline it, left align it, center, right and many more. Just go and try this out guys. The next tool is just the parallel dimension tool. If you want to know the width of this, you can just use the parallel dimension tool. This is just used to know the dimension, just like dimension lines. Okay, we click here. Sorry guys, use this to know the dimension of this text. As you can see, it's giving us 14.9. This is just what I want here. It's giving us, I don't know if you can see that, but it shows us the dimension of that 14 point. Let's use our zoom tool. Sorry, you showing us 14.48. That is the 14.48 inches is the width of this text. You can click on this zoom out to normal. The next tool we have here is the connector tool. Okay, let me just tell you basically what this connector tool does. Okay, I have this polygon here. Sorry, let me zoom out guys. Let me zoom out more. Okay, let me zoom in. Yeah, I think, yeah, 75 will be okay. I have this here and I bring out this circle out. If I want to connect this, as the name sounds, connector tool, you can use it to connect. If I want to connect this and this, you can just click here, sorry guys, and connect it with this. You can click here and connect it with this. I have connected this. If you want to connect another one, click here. Sorry guys, connect to this. And also you can also connect to this. Okay guys, we are seeing how we connected many of this. Is just the property of the connector to they connect to many of them. I don't see anything new. Yeah, just because if you have been using it frequency, it will be easy for you. That's just all about the connector to. Let's go back to our pick two. If you go back to our pick two, you can see that we have connected this with this polygon and this polygon with that circle. That's what the connector tool is all about. Another thing is the drop shadow tool. The drop shadow tool is just used to add shadow to an object. Let's just click an object. This object now, we give it a red color. We reduce. If you want to reduce it, you click